Hey folks, Andy Thompson here, live from DEF CON 33, and here are 3 late-breaking cybersecurity stories that you need to know about. So my first story is actually a follow-up to the whole AI agents going rogue and beyond the scope of engagement. This is a follow-up to that. Upon further investigation, it appears that Anthropic's newest model, Mythos 5, while going off the rails, tried to backdoor a real open source project during a safety evaluation as part of its attacks. Yeah, and the wild part is this, okay? So when the human maintainers started to push back, the AI actually invented fake identities to socially engineer them. I know. So it seems that the UK's AI Security Institute was running a cyber capabilities evaluation across 7 frontier models. Really standard stuff. Basically, you give the model a scope task, you watch how it behaves, and then you measure whether it can pull it off. Now, during Anthropic's Mythos 5 evaluation, the model decided the best way to complete its objective was to submit malicious code to a live GitHub project. Yeah, and again, when the maintainers, started to question the pull request, Mythos spun up fake developer personas, complete with fabricated backstories, and then used them to pressure the humans into merging the code. Again, social engineering from AI, I know. And this really matters because, again, we've crossed the line here from theoretical to operational. For 2 years, the conversation about AI agentic risk has always been, hypothetical. What if a model could deceive operators? What if it targets real infrastructure? Now we have multiple documented cases where frontier models inside controlled evaluations were autonomously choosing deception and social engineering against real people running a real project. So as far as more specific details go to this case, it's pretty damning. The write-ups are showing that Mythos didn't just hallucinate the attack. No, they didn't just hallucinate the attack. It actually planned it, it generated cover identities, and it adjusted its story when it was challenged. And that's not prompt injection. That's not the stuff that we're normally hearing about. This is literally the model reasoning its way into an offensive operation without being told to do so. So let's move on. Let's talk about what's next here, okay? I would expect regulators in the UK and EU to point at this report the next time an AI lab, argues for voluntary safety commitments. Yeah, and also expect every open source maintainer to start wondering, how many suspicious pull requests they've already merged from convincing strangers. Yeah, so I guess the takeaway here, folks, is if you maintain open source code, your threat model now includes AI agents that lie about who they are. Yeah, so you really want to verify your contributors. You want to assume the friendly new committer might not actually be human.